Imagine opening your paycheck and feeling something is off. You double-check the numbers, thinking maybe you spent more than you realized, or maybe there was a small mistake. But everything seems normal. Your hours are the same, your raise went through, yet the number at the bottom isn't what you expected. A few dollars here, a few dollars there, almost invisible, almost negligible. And over months, over years, those tiny differences quietly add up, and you may never notice until it starts affecting your life in ways you can feel. It's not about your boss, it's not about what you buy, it's not about how frugal you are. There's a reason these small amounts vanish, and it's not a mistake. There's a system in place, a web of rules and adjustments that silently takes money from millions of people every month. Tax rules change slightly, deductions shift, reporting thresholds adjust, and all these small, nearly invisible changes accumulate over time. Most people never realize it because it's hidden in the fine print, in numbers that feel insignificant at first glance. Every single paycheck you receive is impacted by layers of invisible adjustments. You might have noticed your take-home pay is a little smaller than last year, or that your savings aren't growing as fast as you expected. That's not just inflation or rent increases. It's the system quietly nudging your income downward, a few dollars at a time. Millions of workers are affected, and each one of those small amounts compounds to billions moved quietly out of ordinary hands. Large corporations and financial institutions have entire teams of experts who understand these changes in detail. When a small deduction changes, they know exactly how to respond. They protect their profits, optimize their strategies, and even benefit from changes that reduce the income of ordinary workers. Regular people rarely notice. They protect their profits, optimize their strategies, and even benefit from changes that reduce the income of ordinary workers. Regular people rarely notice. They are left with subtle losses that accumulate over months and years, often realizing only when budgeting becomes tight or when savings fail to grow. It's subtle but powerful. It's like water dripping from a bucket. You barely notice the loss, but over time, the bucket empties faster than you expect. Every minor adjustment, every small deduction, every tiny reclassification slowly erodes your take-home pay. It's invisible, continuous, and almost impossible to detect without careful tracking. The story isn't about dramatic theft or obvious mistakes. It's about complexity and invisibility. It's about a system where the rules are so detailed that only those who study them intensely can protect themselves. Ordinary workers, without the time or knowledge, experience the losses quietly. The money is there, but it flows elsewhere, unnoticed, uncelebrated, unrecorded in headlines. Even a small shift, just a few dollars on your monthly paycheck, might seem irrelevant. Yet, multiplied by millions, the effect is massive. When these changes accumulate over a decade or more, they create real financial stress. Families may notice they cannot afford the vacations they planned, the savings they expected, or the small luxuries they used to enjoy. They might blame lifestyle, inflation, or personal choices, not realizing that the system quietly shaped the outcome. Paychecks, at first glance, appear simple. You earn money, taxes are taken, and you receive a net amount. But beneath that simplicity lies complexity. Rules change, reporting methods shift, deductions get redefined. These small changes have consequences for millions, affecting the money people actually take home. And for corporations or those with financial expertise, these changes are advantages. For everyone else, they are silent losses. Every month, the process repeats. Each paycheck subtly smaller, each adjustment invisible, until the pattern becomes a steady drain. The losses are not dramatic enough to trigger alarms, but over years, they are significant. The system favors those who understand it and disadvantages those who do not. Ordinary people see the results, but rarely the mechanism behind them. Understanding these small shifts is the first step toward protection. If you track deductions carefully, follow minor regulatory changes, and understand how your income is calculated, you can reduce the hidden impact. Awareness itself is powerful. It allows you to spot irregularities early, to optimize personal finances, and to avoid falling victim to slow, invisible losses. The financial world is full of small adjustments. Benefits get reclassified, taxable thresholds change, small deductions are reduced. Individually, these are minor, often unnoticeable. Together, however, they quietly move money from workers to institutions that understand the rules. This slow, invisible transfer accumulates over time, influencing the financial stability of ordinary Americans without their knowledge. Many people only notice when the consequences become tangible. Perhaps savings stagnate. Perhaps unexpected expenses feel heavier. Perhaps budgeting feels tighter than ever before. These are the first signs of the invisible adjustments at work. When you look at your paycheck closely, you might see deductions that weren't there before, or amounts that have subtly changed. By understanding the mechanisms behind these changes, you gain control. You can track your deductions, monitor your paycheck regularly, and learn to anticipate shifts before they impact you. Awareness and preparation are your strongest defenses. They help you reclaim money that might otherwise be lost quietly each month. This isn't about creating fear. It's about creating knowledge. The system is complex, but not unknowable. Small, consistent attention can protect you over time. You don't need to become an expert overnight. You need to notice the small patterns, understand the cumulative impact, and take action to safeguard your finances. Every month brings new data, new rules, and new shifts. The quiet erosion of your paycheck continues, but it is not unstoppable. Those who understand and track these changes gain advantages over those who remain unaware. The difference between small losses and significant financial impact lies in attention and action. By the end of a year, you can see the effects. By the end of 5 years, the cumulative impact becomes noticeable. By a decade, it can shape your financial trajectory in ways many never anticipate. Hidden in plain sight, the shifts are subtle, but their consequences are real and measurable. This is the reality millions of workers face silently every day. Subtle changes, invisible adjustments, small losses quietly shaping the financial landscape. It is not dramatic, it is not sensational, yet its impact is undeniable. Every paycheck is affected every month, and the system moves continuously. Those who pay attention, who monitor, who understand, gain control over these shifts. Those who do not simply experience the gradual erosion. Awareness, tracking, and action are the key to reclaiming money that the system quietly reallocates. Even small adjustments matter. Every minor deduction, every tiny shift in taxable income, every reporting change is significant over time. Millions of Americans experience these losses. Losses silently, often unaware, often believing their income is unchanged. But small shifts accumulate, shaping budgets, savings, and financial opportunities. Understanding is empowerment. Recognizing the hidden mechanisms behind paycheck reductions allows you to make informed choices. Tracking deductions, reviewing pay stubs carefully, and learning about minor tax adjustments can prevent gradual financial loss. It also helps you plan, save, and invest more effectively. Corporations and institutions often move faster, exploiting these rules to maintain or grow their advantage. Ordinary workers, without knowledge or preparation, experience small losses that accumulate over time. This slow, almost invisible transfer of money may never appear in headlines, yet it is powerful and consistent. The cumulative effect of minor deductions is both measurable and significant. Each tiny reduction, when multiplied over months, years, and millions of workers, becomes a substantial sum. Awareness of these changes allows you to protect your income and make informed financial decisions. Financial literacy and attention to detail matter. Understanding the systems, monitoring personal income, and noticing small adjustments can prevent losses. Knowledge is the key tool against invisible erosion of income. The rules will continue to shift, adjustments will continue to appear, and those who track them will gain an advantage. Observing your paycheck, understanding each deduction, and recognizing subtle changes gives you control. Over time, control turns into stability, and stability into financial growth.